Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's featured Reddit stories are from Entitled People. Story 1 is by Please Don't Refer to Me. Entitled Aunt thinks she can have my car because I didn't pass my test. My great aunt, Grandma's sister Rachel, is a character. She's always disliked me for some reason, but this isn't about that, this is about my car. I'm 19 and have been practicing for my driver's test, which I just took in early December. I didn't pass for non-reckless reasons, so I can easily take it again after a 4-hour course and putting in 24 hours worth of driving. Not a big deal, but my aunt thinks she's entitled to my car for some reason. I'm buying my grandma's old car from her for way less than it's worth, and I'm currently on a payment plan for it. Rachel wanted to buy my grandma's car from her when she found out about the new car she bought for herself, but we already agreed it'd be mine. My grandma shut down her wanting the car months ago, or so we thought. A couple days after my test, my family had a Christmas gathering at my great-grandparents' house. I couldn't attend due to work. My wonderful coworker gave me a ride. So I wasn't there to witness what happened next. My grandparents arrived early to help set up. When my aunt arrived, she immediately said, "Hey, Grandma, I almost have enough money for your car. I'll have the rest next week." My grandma immediately shut her down and said it's my car. Rachel went on to say that I don't need a car because I didn't pass my test. My grandma said that I would eventually, but that most of our family failed the first time. Rachel got huffy and made passive-aggressive remarks about wanting a car the entire time, despite not being able to afford the upkeep and gas for a car. I was told about this when my grandparents got home the following day, and I still have no idea why she thinks she can just have my car. But not to worry. My grandma drew up a contract for both of us to sign so we have proof that the car is mine before we can put it in my name just in case something happens to Grandma, God forbid. Also, she doesn't need a car to get to work. She lives off disability and doesn't work. She claims she wants it to get to and from appointments, but her insurance covers transportation to appointments and basically anywhere else she would want to go. She just doesn't want to wait for the transport because she's impatient. It's really good that you guys signed some sort of contract. And as somebody suggested down in the comments section, it would have been even better if you got your aunt to witness the signing of this, so there's no confusion. Some people do these things just because they like the attention, and maybe she's one of those people. She feels like she got no say on where this vehicle goes, so she needs to raise a stink about it and keep saying that she's going to buy it from you and keep bringing it up. Or maybe she's just a confused person. Maybe her disability is causing her to not understand what's really happening with the car. I do not know the situation. Again, I'm not there. There's certain ones where I always say to myself, there's gotta be something else going on here, and I feel like this is one of those ones. Our next story today is by Throwaway Thowit. I told my parents to be nice to me, and they cried. Lol. I'm in my mid-20s, and I told my parents I would like them to be nicer to me. I gave examples. Don't repeatedly tell me how stupid I am after an interview when I have 6 more. Lol. Telling me I was lucky to have my now ex-boyfriend and that if I didn't date him, I would just date a loser was rude. Telling everyone I was groped on public transit is also inappropriate. First, they said I was psychotic, cruel, disgusting, my brain was wrong, that I'm scaring them. Then, my mom cried white womanishly. As a fellow white woman, I joined in. Then my parents brought up weird grievances with me, like I didn't get my mail promptly at home. My mom accused my boyfriend of turning me against them. My mom has hurled the same insults about every minority a relative has brought home, including my boyfriend. They're abusive, controlling, etc. My parents have no reason to think this. She was concerned I'm defensive of my boyfriend and that she never feels defensive of my dad. Like, okay, you also don't like Dad? I told her that she can't talk about how smart I am while at the same time treating me like an emotionally disabled toddler that is emotionally manipulated. Like, pick a lane, please. Am I smart or not? I went through all of my mom's really stupid arguments, shot them down. I'm a lawyer, which makes her insinuations that I can be easily manipulated so easily especially moronic. And she was basically less saying she didn't like my boyfriend because of astrology. Okay, lovely, LOL. Then my mom said my grandma was really stupid and I shouldn't confide in her. My grandma and I are very close. Okay. So after all this, my mom acknowledged I wasn't crazy. What I said did happen. Yay! She kept asking for more examples of her being mean. I didn't feel compelled to say more because she's just going to deny it. So it's worthless. My parents each told me I made the other one depressed. They both told me their dads beat them. I said that's sad and I'm sorry, but not really relevant. They said they want the best for me. I said that at my job, I regularly work with crack addict parents, and nearly all of them hope their child is doing well in school or happy. Intentions aren't all that matters. Anyways, my family settled on me telling them if they say something upsetting. Yay, I'm completely effing exhausted. I want to sleep for 5 days. OP in this is a little bit eccentric. I'm getting that from all the LOLs and yays in the middle of the sentences. And they're a lawyer that works with crack addict parents sometimes. Emotionally draining jobs are rough. And to have parents that are unsupportive or putting you down even if they don't even know that they're putting you down, that's gotta be tough too. Maybe you do need to sleep for like 5 days. Sometimes you just need to recharge. Down in the comments was a parent who shared their own experiences with their kids. By Carrie 2 Love Forever 2. As a parent who didn't realize that I had controlling tendencies, brutal honesty woke me up. You're right on the money about good intentions not mitigating harm. Manipulation is disrespectful. Disrespectful. I got my effing act together and I got into therapy. Life was looking up and my daughter confided in me that she had actually considered going no contact. I never did anything outright horrible, but I was exhausting to be around. That devastated me. I worked harder and now things are so much better. I learned that my controlling tendencies came from an abusive childhood where I decided that if I could keep everyone happy, then I wouldn't be abandoned. Keeping everyone happy is impossible and it just makes everyone miserable. I learned that my view of the world isn't the only reality. Our realities are unique to each of us. Multiple truths. Mind blown. Respect means letting people make their own decisions about their own mistakes. You'd think I'd already know something so obvious, but I didn't. I was raised basically being given the message that if I didn't try to make everyone do things right, then I didn't truly love them. My mom told me that I didn't love her because I couldn't predict what she wanted. Love is being able to read minds. Sick. My life is my own. Acknowledging my mistakes gave me freedom. Radical acceptance is a marvelous concept. If you don't know about it, look it up. No one can make me happy but myself. I can't make anyone else happy. I think you love your parents, or you wouldn't still talk to them. Hard truths can come with love. I truly hope they are able to get some help dealing with their childhood trauma. I'm not responsible for anyone else's happiness, and that lets me relax. Being at peace is wonderful. I think it's nice sometimes just to hear somebody's personal experience with stuff, and it's unusual to get somebody who's on the other side of what you're dealing with. From OP's stance, they were the one that had kind of abusive and manipulative parents. Not overly abusive, but definitely verbally so. And it was interesting to see a parental perspective on that, what they used to do to their own kids. And that is the main reason I wanted to share that one. Our last story today is by Enough Chard 5439. Friend forgot my birthday but expects me to splurge for hers. My friend forgot my birthday this year, and it was the second time she's done this. For some context, we are in our early 20s, not married and no kids yet. I'm not a big birthday person, and it wasn't a milestone year, so I asked a week before my birthday if she wants to just grab lunch, as it was a Sunday. She said she had a trip planned, which was understandable. I ended up having dinner with another friend. The day rolled around and not even a happy birthday, but she did text me numerous times to send pictures of her getting her nails done, her drink order, etc. Fast forward to her birthday, which is in January. She wants to go to a really fancy restaurant where prices are between $100 to $150 per person. And since it's a birthday, I will be required to buy a gift, too. Firstly, this took me by surprise because we never planned to celebrate together. Honestly, I'd never spend that much on one meal anyway, as I just think it's kind of absurd. Especially in this current economic climate where groceries are $signs times 3. Very expensive. I also mentioned to her a while ago that I'm on a tight budget as I'm saving towards a big purchase, along with paying the usual bills. Not to mention, Christmas has just passed, so it's been a period of spending on gifts and food. Here's the thing. She just recently got a raise at work, so she's been kind of on a spending spree as a reward. Am I justified in feeling a little ticked off that she expects me to do the same and spend an absurd amount of money in celebrating her? I think, OP, in this one, you need to be direct with her. Don't hint that you're on a tight budget. Don't hint that you're out of money. Say to her, hey, you just got a new raise. If you really want to go to this fancy restaurant, which is very pricey, you're going to have to pay for dinner. And I'll buy you a gift on the side. Otherwise, I'm going to have to pass. And if you want to be malicious, and most people don't, but if you want it to be, you can just tell her, I'm not doing anything for your birthday. You did nothing for mine. You sent me pictures of you getting her nails done and drink orders. I'm not doing anything. But if you really wanted to still celebrate with her, I would just say, hey, you've got the money this year. My money's too tight. I can't afford the meals at that place. If you want to go there, you're going to have to pay for the meals. I'll get you a gift on the side. Be straight with her. I can't imagine that she would give you much attitude for that. She probably really knows what you're going through right now. Be open with her. Otherwise, I'm not sure this friendship can last. Our stories for today have come to a close. Until we meet again, have an enamored day.